So, before we call Greg up here, I don't really have an idea of, or at least a very good idea of what this evening would look like. All I was thinking is that we'd have Greg up here, and if you wanted to share a story, or you wanted to come up and just say a few words to him, he would be sitting here. You could take the mic and you could do it where everybody could hear that.
It's a roast.
No, not a roast. A little one. So before we get him up here, I want to talk just take a couple of minutes to tell you a couple of things that are going on at camp, because many of you that I've met tonight have said, oh, it's been this many years since I've been to Camp Greenville, or this is when I came here, or this is my relationship with Greg and with camp. And so as you drove in, if you drove in during the daylight, you probably noticed some things look a little bit different, not all things. But some things look a little bit different. And so what I thought I would do is just take a couple minutes and just tell you a little bit about camp, where we're going, what we're doing. So for some of you, this will not be much of a surprise, and maybe to others it might be. When for over the last half a decade or so, Camp Greenville has gone through an interesting transition in a time where our camper numbers have continued to drop, right? And there are multiple reasons for that. But over the about 5, 6, 7 years ago, we began to see some things drop there. And I think that the YMCA of Greenville wanted to make a change. And so whenever that happens, they go on the search for a new director, and that's what led me to Camp Greenville 2 summers ago. So I had just completed my second summer here at Camp Greenville. Now when I came in, there were letters, emails waiting for me from some of you in this room. I'm not calling anybody out, but some people in this room had emails waiting for me to tell me one, how much camp meant to them. 2, how much camp was hurting them. And their hopes to see camp move forward in the future. Now, 2 things can happen when a new director comes into camp. You can choose to come in, and you can forge your own path. You can kind of go through and you can say, hey, this is where we're going. I'm the boss. I'm the executive director. Look at the title. This is where we're going. That's just not me. And I think Jenna and Nick, who helped us put this on, will tell you that that's not how we operate. And so the first thing I did, one of the first meetings I had was with some junior counselors, and I said to them, what is the thing that if Camp Greenville didn't have it, it wouldn't be Camp Greenville? Like, what is the thing, if you didn't have it, it means so much that if I were to take it away, you would be so angry with me. And we began to hear common themes behind those subjects, right? And so, for me, camp was always about respecting where we've come from, honoring our past, but what we developed over the last half a decade prior to becoming here was a group of campers who had no idea of our past or our history. They knew what it meant to monk or be a monk's old-timer, but they couldn't tell you anything about the monk. Yeah, they saw the picture of Uncle Johnny, but they couldn't really identify who that was. And yes, they knew the stories of Greg McKee, because their parents were here. Yeah, your campers are now kids. It's happening. And it was really, really important to me that our kids understand why Camp Greenville is here, where it's come from, how amazing it is, and our history. And we've done little things to start doing that along the way. That was one of the first things we noticed, and we began to flip camp around. And our numbers, we had 350 more campers this past summer than we did the summer before. Yeah! And a lot of that is due to staff. and staff were passionate about the same, and following that same kind of idea and philosophy. But part of it is we embraced our history. And one of the earliest things we did was start that alumni Facebook group to say, we want to hear from you. And some of you in this room have given me a hard time on that Facebook group. But I've never shied away from questions. I've never shied away about being honest about what I believe about camp and where we're going. And so that was really important that we build those relationships with alumni. But most important in that process, it seemed to me that as much as Greg was involved with camp when I got here, there was a period of time where we did not step back as a camp and honor his legacy, past, present, and future legacy at Camp Greenville. And that's what I wanted to make sure that we do. This is not a retirement party for Greg. That's why we say it's the future legacy. Because he continues to have impact on your lives and on my life. There's not 2 weeks that go by that Greg doesn't call me or I don't call him. That we're not talking about things, and then we get caught up on the phone for a really long time, and it's usually an hour-long phone call talking about random camp stuff. But there's some of my favorite moments. And I felt like, as I look across our history of camp, just looking at our dining hall, and I see the faces of Uncle Johnny, and Monk, and Sudi, and Luther, I felt like, for a long time, that there is a face missing from that wall. And that face is behind me, in a black and white version, is being framed. And all those other pictures are being reframed into nicer frames. They're starting to fall apart. And into nicer frames. And Greg's picture will be hanging in our dining hall from this point forward with all of those. Tell a story. So, Greg, you give us some opening words, some things you want to share, and then. No, I want to wait. I want to bat my All right. So, who's going to be the brave one that said, I got a couple things I'd like to say or some words to share with Greg. This is your opportunity. It's always the hardest to go first. It's always the most difficult to go first. So, we will clap for you if you do. All right. Oh, we have a song.
Greg McKee was a light to me when I was, here at Campfire. And I just wanted to play you a little song. But there was this other song. I have two songs. Because I remember when I was here at camp, I began my songwriting career. And you were always an inspiration, being the musician that you are. You still send me the links on Facebook. And I'm just shaking. I'm like, I love Greg so much. But I remembered for some reason this song that I had written when I was a camper here and didn't even play an instrument. And the theme of it all was, can I get all the cabins in adventure in one song? Okay? So I think I remember it all. It was, I was born in Patson, raised in Burnett. My mother's name is Arrington. Mine is Howard Smith. And when I die, my snot will look like green, green wood. Because you were such a light to me, I thought I would play this one and maybe everybody can sing along. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. Howard Smith. You never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. that table, and there's a couple pages in the front that say dedications. And so people just want to put, you know, I love you, Greg, or something in the front of your songbook. The one song I forgot to put in there that I know of was, and you probably heard this song enough, is I'm My Own Grandpa. I do have a chart for it, and I just forgot to print it. So if you want at some point in the future, I'll give it to you. So, all right, anyway. Well, all right.
That was awesome.
If you've seen the video of the different songs, there was a disc we made in Munson with the guy who was the engineer.
Oh, yeah,
Came up here in the dining hall. I mean, in the lodge, what was it, like 2000?
Something like 10 years ago.
Yeah, he came in, and we had campers singing along.
It's all up on the website, on the alumni page. All of those guys are handsome. Yeah,
That was a good day.
So the thing Greg said is we got to get that song and put it on tape. Somebody afterwards explained to Greg that none of us know how to play a tape.
I got 8 tracks. I got real deals.
Chip, come on up. Chip's the reason we wanted to make sure there were no kids in the room.
It's so good to hear around the Arizona. Her laugh is beautiful.
Chip, you want the microphone?
So, Greg, I think your first time here was 1990. And so I was here in 1988, 87. I think it was my first summer here. So I was a little kid, and Greg taught me, just like everybody in here, taught me so much. The first thing that I remember him teaching me as a 10-year-old kid is that some people think of sweatshirts and sweaters as just a way to keep your arms warm. And so you can wear them whenever you want to, your arms stay warm, your core body stays warm. But with Greg, it is also a napkin that never leaves your side. So, my very first memory is Greg effectively like this. The sweatshirt is not stretched that much. It's got whatever he ate yesterday right there on it. He made it all the way through dinner without. I'm really proud of you.
On the subject, Chip, I was with Greg just recently. Greg and I did a Facebook Live together, and we did this Facebook Live at a YMCA down in Greenville. And Greg comes in, and
I don't remember either.
No, you had a green sweater and had food on you. And I thought, well, this is perfect. You know, we're going live for hundreds of people. And Greg says, okay, are we ready to go? And I said, yeah. He literally, I swear to God, he took the sweater off, had an identical sweater that was clean. So he knows that there's food on the sweater. He knows it.
So, over all of the years that I was here, Greg's birthdays just had this theme. He had this birthday every summer. He had a birthday the same day every year. Right? So, I think it was 19. The first one was good. The second one was bad. So it was 1995, I think. And the day before Greg's birthday, Ann Wyman and I was back there. Right there. She and I decided to take our boys and girls cabins on a hike together. And so, and Clint Parker, actually right here in the front, was one of the campers. Yeah! And so, we go on this nice long hike, and we're making our way back up to Rainbow Falls. And I think Ann Wyman said we should take a shortcut and not follow the trail anymore. And I was like, that's not a good idea. But like we said, you're older than me, I'll do it, it's fun. So we think news. It's your turn tonight. So we head up and we seem to get a little bit misplaced of exactly where we're going with the kids. So it gets to be about 6:30, 7 o'clock, and we decide, in all of our wisdom, well, we can't really hike anymore. We should stop and wait for them to come find us. So we decided, all right, it's a little chilly. What's your birthday? June the 15th. There you go, June the 15th. So we decided it's a little chilly. We're going to build this lean-to so that the kids aren't cold. So there's 10 kids. And so we kind of eyeball it out to measure it out. And we build this awesome lean-to. And it's got...
And Wyman, you're going to have equal time on this.
That's what's all our idea. So we build stay warm. And we get, all right, everybody get into the lean-to. And after we built it, it only fit 9 kids. And so this is back in the really politically correct days of '95. So we're like, how do we figure out which of the 9 kids get to stay warm and who gets to stay outside? So in my mind says, well, Clint's the fat kid. We should and she was right, he was a fat kid. And so the other 9 kids are sleeping in there, but the problem is there's 3 boys and 6 girls. And so we're thinking, well, how's this going to work? There's not really rules at camp for how this works. We weren't technically on a camp outing, so it didn't really matter anyway. And so, long story short, John Slansker and Greg found us at about 4 o'clock in the morning.
It was Doug Gregory who heard you guys and whistled or something, and you guys whistled back or something. It was Doug Gregory. Let the record show Doug Gregory. John Chansker and I ran down. Of course, I should.
All right.
Ran down? I've never seen you.
So all these kids got lesson in the middle because it was downhill. We were maybe 50 feet from a campsite when it ran down. So that's true. Doug found us. Greg took all the credit. And all the way back up there. So that was his first birthday. And so then years and years after that, his birthday was a very important thing because we were reminiscing. Clint's getting less fat. Everybody's getting less fat. It was your birthday every year that we reminisce on that. So 2 years later, I think, 97, I guess, you turned 50.
Yes.
And so there was...
2008.
Yeah, 98. So there was about, I don't know, maybe 18 of us that thought we could pick him up. And so we had this little tradition where you...
Yes.
I hurt my back last time. And I was trying to figure out why. Because I'm obviously in great shape. I was like, it must have been a childhood injury. And I thought, we threw you up 50 times. And that was what started my back problem. So, he kept trying to get us to count by 10.
You're telling me the YMCA should start putting in a form for...
Yeah, for bad backs. You gotta try to lift up the director. And so that year we lifted Greg up 50 times. But I on to the serious part. And I got you a present. You gotta open it in front of everybody. Yeah. So all the you can bring it up. So all of the So this isn't an accident that I have a unicorn back. Thanks, Dan. So you are literally a lot of us. I mean, the number of people in here that have known you most of their whole lives and have looked up to you, and you've been a mentor for them and somebody that they look to say, all right, this is who I want to guide my moral compass. You're that person. You're a little bit sparkly, which is why there's... You're a little bit sparkly. And over the years, you tend to... It's not just that you eat and use sweaters as a napkin. It's that you wear sweaters until they look like a t-shirt. I mean, threadbare. At a point where you should get new sweat. This is really nice. You bought a new one for tonight. I know. The tag is still on the back of it. I got you this present because I think that, one, I know how much time Chris was. And two, I think that you needed a new sweater. And so, here, you need to open it in front of everybody.
Oh, you're my
Coming to family camp next year, this will be on the auction. And for $100, I won't wear it.
Chip. Yeah, please.
I think I need to tell a Chip story.
My mom is here, just so you know.
Oh no, don't worry. It's clean, but it's funny. So there was, a lot of times one of my favorite parts of camp was doing a devotion in the cabin. Girls' cabin group just needed a little bit of a come together kind of thing, so I was asked to do a devotion with them. So I'm sitting there, and the devotion is going so well. Everyone's talking. It's really, really great. And it's just magical. And the moment is right there. I'm going, this is why I do what I do. All of a sudden, on the outside of the cabin, you hear this bang, 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 bang. And I said, who in the heck? There's a cabin group going outside, and they're running down the cabin, and they're banging on the windows. And I thought, it's 10 o'clock at night. I went, who is this? Chip in his cabin, and that's Chip's idea of maybe a devotion, I guess. And I said, Chip, what are you doing? He goes, busted. And so that would be my Chip story, which is just not knowing. Timing sometimes was an issue. Thank you.
All right. One of I think the current heart and soul of our camp is our summer camp program, and it is run by the person that I think is the heart and soul of our camp, and that's Miss Jenna Johnson. And Jenna, somebody said that she's going to read it.
Okay, so first of all, just my little Greg snippet. When you come into camp as the new person, it's challenging, but you get to find out all of the things that you are inheriting, and some good and some bad. And when I came to Camp Greenville, I realized the weight of all of the wonderful traditions and generations that have come before me that I got to inherit, and hopefully will continue to uphold. And it's truly an honor to be at Camp Greenville. My job is literally my dream job, something I had been working for a really long time. And I have just really found my camp home here, and getting to know Greg and having him as a resource. And like Corey said, just the other day we were talking about something, that one of those things that camp's just been doing forever, and we're like, well, how in the world did this get started? So we just called Greg, and he's like, oh, this, let me tell you. So back in the, and we're like, get all the great goodies. And
knows every name of the person involved.
Every name. You guys, everyone in this room, he could be like, you got it, Beth White. You were born on that. Like, I remember your favorite candy when you bought it in the store. Like, it's insane. But my favorite part of interacting with Greg has just been that the camp stories, stand the test of time, in that he and I have had so many laughs about staff antics and the things that they do. And although we have a few more rules than we did in 1995, my staff are the same knuckleheads that you all were. And Greg and I have the exact same stories, almost. And it's just so fun to reminisce and learn about camp and the magic of Camp Greenville from him. So we're just so lucky that we get to have tonight. This letter is from email. It's from Alex Dunn in Seattle. And I'm handing this over to you because he wants you to have the number and email on here. It says, I have so many fond memories of Greg. Here is one of many that I could come up with. Please include my contact information. So I'm the messenger. You gotta reach out to me. Okay. All right. First of all, hi, Greg. I wish I could be here to celebrate and honor you. Living in Seattle now makes it challenging to get away. However, I showed my wife Sarah around camp, including Char Bath, the old gym and lodge, and Pretty Place in April 2016. She's eager to send our future kids there one summer. I know that the beauty, charm, and endurance of Camp Greenville is much to do with your passionate hard work and God's favor. Thank you. I have so many wonderful memories of being at Camp Greenville while you led. I will always remember how passionate you were singing and playing guitar in the food hall/cafeteria and around all campfires. I love the drama and gusto when you taught us the song "The Cat Came Back." I had never heard that song before. I'll always remember it. I'll also never forget you, your humor, your warm smile, your laugh, and how awesome you made Camp Greenville for me. I'll never forget you and your impact, Greg. From my heart, thank you and God bless you. If you're ever in near Seattle, let me know. Sincerely, Alex Dunn.
You guys, she's the deal. She's going to continue it and make it better. Jenna's going to make it better. Alex Dunn is a what? First grade teacher. How many people came to a home show or hosted one? Home shows were our way of getting campers here. First one I ever did at Camp Greenville was down in Savannah.
I run by his mom's house every week.
Yeah, I know where you live, because I remember that. Linda Shirk-Rainey and I went to that house, and that was our first one down in Florida.
Rough life.
Yes, you
Florida.
That was one of the great secrets. In January, you're down in Florida.
Jenna and I will get Jacksonville and Orlando in February. Somebody else? Anybody? Come on up. Yeah, it's better.
We listen to some stories.
Well, I'm in one at school now. Ken has always been really, it's emotional, I'm sorry. And I'm not even like that emotional, but Ken and I has always been an important part of our life. In our family, my dad went to Camp Greenville, and my brother and I, and now my son comes here. Yeah,
It's all good.
So anyway, when my son was born, I was so excited. I couldn't wait. Oh my God, thank you. I couldn't wait to sing him to him. And as I'm sitting here, I'm realizing I'm so excited that he's a camper, but I'm more excited for him to become a staff member. And I think the reason for that is because I had such a great time being a counselor here at camp. Because Greg was such an inspiration, he was such a leader, he was such a presence for all of us in this room. And so it's so important for me to send my kid here so that he can grow up a camper and maybe one day become a counselor and be able to be led by someone like Greg.
It's so ironic she's talking right here because we're getting ready for a Camp Greenville Day. The sign that says "Be a great boy, be a great girl." Her cabin painted to be a great girl sign. No, here we are, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night. They're painting the sign, and all of a sudden, one of the girls, the white paint over the whole thing. They had to repaint the whole thing again about midnight. Am I correct? And that sign, you'll see Ann Lyman's name on it. All the kids put their names on the back of that sign, but the white paint spilled right here. You're standing right there with it.
I was going to say, that's so cool.
I know the exact people who can help your son become a staff member too. Somebody else.
Well, you already had 7 years.
You were my counselor that year. I was like, I was there.
Oh, we got a tag team.
You don't understand.
Here come the nurses!
Uh-oh, I never do that.
Mary Jane and I was always Greg's favorite nurses, right?
Greg loves Mary Jane.
We just love Greg so much. And we've got a zillion stories about you, we know it. But be nice. And,
How about the first one when I met you and met him?
oh my goodness.
Okay. I'm in Greenville and Greg calls me because he knew my camper daughter. I need a nurse really fast. Like today. And
I did that.
yes. So I said, okay, let me ask my boss, and I came up and I met Ann. Because you needed a registered nurse. This is before we had the volunteers, before we had the EMT, those kind of guys. So I said, okay, I'll come. And it was You don't remember that? Yes, he does. Well, I'm sure.
You both did home shows.
Yes, we did. Yeah. But I'm sure most of you know that Greg used to do this incredible little trick in the cafeteria where he would temporarily blind everybody with his watch.
The sun to face it.
Yeah, he put the sun reflecting in their eyes, and you were very mischievous and tricky about it. You would do it, and the child would look up and you put your watch down. Anyway, we decided we need watch to do more of it. You just named so much that everybody, we love you, Greg.
Now, there is one story that we have to tell. It was a long, hot week, and I think we had a lot of sick kids. And Greg goes, I want you nurses to come over to my house, and we'll have dinner together. I'll cook you dinner and invite you over to my house. So here we go. He goes, okay, this is what I'd like to come over for dinner. So we're sitting in the dining hall, and he goes, here's a list. I want you to go to the grocery store.
Send you a petty cash or anything cash?
It did.
Okay,
that's
okay.
Thank you. Cash. Whatever it was. So, okay. Then any of y'all there? Did anybody come? Because we had a couple of, I think it was some of your,
Was it fun?
I think one of Okay, so we get the steak, and he's got the grill on. I got one of the guys from the maintenance doing the
always
grills.
getting other people.
Yes. So he invites us over, so Ann and I, we have to clean the kitchen and wash the spoons and forks. And then we all sat down. It was great, but it was nice, and we had a great time. We were thinking, are we having dinner with you, Greg, and you're cooking it for us, or are we cooking it for you? But it was wonderful. Except for that, it was nice. So that's Ben, were you there? Would you come to dinner with back at his house?
I remember dinner at his house before. I know what you're talking about.
Bringing some supplies from the health center to kind of. But that was a good time.
I am a bachelor guilty.
But we love you. Thank you.
You're lucky he paid for the food because he said Josh in the store buys some chicken sauce and gave Josh like $2.
That's what chicken salsa used to cost. That's great. Hey, you guys should come over for dinner. I need you to go pick up some salad, some steaks. That's amazing. I'm totally going to try that on some staff member. And hopefully 30 years from now, they go, this one time, what happened is probably some Greg heard that story somewhere and said, I'm going to try this out on somebody like I'm going to next summer and see if it comes back. Somebody else. Anybody else wants to share? Don't be shy. Oh yeah, come on up.
I don't know so much about sharing because I'm sitting there and I have tons and tons and tons of stories, as we probably all do. And I'm going to probably be like Ann Wyman a little bit. Forgive me.
I can do a story where you're waiting. She was the program director, and I think I never did this, but I always marvel when they set the classes up. Setting the classes up, you get these pennies, right? They get 6 pennies, and go, all right, I guess that one's okay then. I don't know how you did it. It was kind of a magical thing. And so she was in charge of that. But did you know that Diane Prince was the one, she and I together brainstormed the whole Cabinet of Excellence back in 1991. We went, the mornings were doing pretty well, but our afternoons just not up to par. We got to do something to motivate these kids, to make them want to hike rather than, oh my God, we have to hike. So Diane and I came up with the 6, I think, and they're pretty close to what they are now. They're still, do they still do Campfire?
Yes.
And Diane was the one that was, I would put we were co-sponsors. So there.
And see, you just bring up even more, because he always was, he's a t-shirt guy, he still is, in terms of, if they do it, they get a t-shirt. And I can remember, somebody was saying something about him pulling his wallet out and handing, somebody said credit card, and it was always cash for me when I was, and he would hand me the keys to his car and go, I need you to go. And I was all the time running up and down the road, the mountain, to Greenville. Was there a Walmart back there? Probably so. Walmart, Kmart was the place that I went all the time. But, I mean, all kinds of stuff, but shirts. I would go, I don't even know where we got those shirts from, but when we had, we screen printed them here at camp, but I had to go and buy probably 100 white shirts, and I had to do it every session because we promised these t-shirts. And then we did the bandanas and stuff too. So I didn't do the bandanas, I don't know where those came from. But anyway.
There's a shot 125.
She said something else. But anyway, I really do have lots and lots of stories, but probably his belief in me, and probably belief in many people in this room, carries through with me as an educator 26 years later. And I can remember I was trying, I'm not a good tester, and my poor son has inherited that from me. But I did not do very well in the GRE. And I knew I wasn't going to. And I was in Mercer, and I had done an add-on to my master's for leadership, but I also wanted to get my specialist degree. And I reached out to Greg some years later, several people, and I just said, Greg, I need your help. I need you to write a letter on my behalf to Mercer University so they will admit me so that I can finish this program. But he does that kind of stuff for people all the time. Whether you ask for him or not, probably mostly not ask him to do it, he does it for you. But just your belief in me has carried me so many years, and yes, pennies and all. I was telling Mike Olsen earlier, I even took the penny game with me to do scheduling at a gifted center that I worked in for 14 years. So anyway, I could go on and on and on, but the bottom line is, Greg, I love you very, very much. Thank you.
I love that Greg is a t-shirt guy because I've sat in conversations with alumni. I remember like a few months ago at a family camp, maybe some of you were there, that we had this conversation about this thing called the Magnificent Seven. And my mind was blown by this. They were like, yeah, there were the four small hikes and the 3 big hikes, and we're trying to remember them. And so I just posted on the alumni page. Does anybody know what they are? There must have been 19 pictures of people's t-shirts that said, I survived the Magnificent Seven. So, I mean, t-shirts are a great way just to remember the history of where we came from. So, I'm glad we have them. Somebody else wants to share. Yeah.
I have to stand over here because this peanut gallery is a Waldorf situation is going to end me. So the thing I'm really enjoying about this is Greg is actually one of the most selfless people I know. So the uncomfortableness of the attention and praise, it's a lot of fun for me to watch. I'm not going to really tell any stories per se because they all require context, and he'll fire back, and I don't want that. So it's kind of how the whole world works. You know what I mean? So, but I remember I was a CIT, that was kind of 93. You were still pretty new there at that point. And nobody liked you. I've never seen anything like it. There was a lot of complaints among the staff. You know, you do the, come around, it's fine. It'll, you know, they'll do the square dance, and like nobody wanted to be there. I had never seen anything like it. And then, as
like last summer, hey Corey?
Yeah.
you know, Steph then followed a great, amazing camp director, and that's hard to do. You didn't have to do that, actually. But then over the years, things switched up, you know, and so after about 2 or 3 years, Square Dance Night was the night. Like, no one was taking time off on Square Dance Night because it was so fun. You know what I mean?
They do.
Yeah. That's right. You know, so back when nobody liked you, like, where did you come from?
Store.
I'll let somebody else say it.
That's why nobody liked you. You won't go?
When I started, if I said the word of the former camp, I had to buy everyone a pizza. No, and do you remember one night? Who was here one night? I knew that, and I knew the staff was like the end of the summer, right? And crispy was the word of the day, and the staff was all congregating, and staffitis was like rampant. And I'm like, what do we do? I said, I know what we'll do. We'll get pizza for them. So I called the staff meeting in the dining hall, and we came in, and I said, I have one word to say. Store. And I said that, and everybody, and when they opened up the thing, and we gave out pizza.
Yeah, but it wasn't he didn't buy it. It was camp pizza, you know.
Whoever he was talking to was like, hey, you know what we should do? Get everybody pizza. You go get it.
So that's not continuing, you know.
That's cruel.
People started to love you, and you were really great at what you did.
So I have an acquired taste.
And when yes, sure. So and when I was staff, like I was fairly arrogant. I'm still arrogant. It's a problem. But Brett was very patient with me about that, and the thing that really made him so great is that he knew which battles to fight. And basically what it all came down to is, as long as you kept the kids safe, and as long as whatever you were doing was for the kids, you know, you might have a conversation with him, but he never really came down on you too hard. All the nonsense I got into, most of it was to make it a fun place for the kids, and so he never really got mad at me. The only time he really came down on me was like, you just want people to clap for you, didn't you? I was like, yeah. He's like, that's not cool. So, fast forward to 10, 15 years later. It has been a long time since anyone in this room has worked for you. It's been a long time since anyone in this room has needed you in a review. Come on, man, just go. Don't ruin a good point. Just go. Let it ride. Let it ride. The point is Josh Morris, who I'm okay with, was having a birthday party this past year, and I walk up, and there's someone standing outside. He's like, hey, I don't know if you know what's going on, because it was wild. Like, it sounded like a college party. I thought I was at the wrong house. It's like, there's a square dance going on back in the backyard. If you're down with that, that's what's happening. I go in the backyard, and sure enough, Greg is holding court. He's throwing the square dance down. Everybody's having a good time. It was awesome. And the point is that, again, none of us have worked for like 20 years. And we're still invited to birthday parties. We still want to hang out with people.
And some of them actually put down their beers to dance.
Not all of us. Not all of us.
The point is that 20 years on, we're all up here. People came from Atlanta, people came from Columbia, people apparently came from Savannah, which is
Robin came from Virginia.
New Jersey.
What? New
Jersey?
Jersey?
Wow. Wow.
I'm glad you're here. Your laughter is kind of sustaining. So the point is, we all love you very much.
Chris Christie needs your laugh.
Poor boy, I don't know what that means. I know who he is. I know he's an independent aficionado. point is that you know, we're all up here, and it's because you're here, and you know, I know you heard it from multiple angles, but you did a very wise thing by embracing Greg and embracing his legacy.
Amen.
And I don't know too many former campgrounders that travel this far to come visit and invite you to their birthday parties 10, 20 years down the line. So, thank you for all that you are, Greg.
It's funny. I was walking with somebody who was telling me that they were a camper after Greg's predecessor had left, and Greg had come in. They were like, "Oh yeah, it was, you know, it wasn't like the old days." And I'm just thinking, "Welcome to my life." But the unfortunate part for my predecessor is it's never easy to be the man after the man, right? It's always tough to be the guy who comes after the guy, or the woman who comes after the woman. And so I lucked into the position. So let's somebody else have a story. What we're gonna do? We'll take come on up. Oh, a couple people. Yep. Who's coming? And we have our campfire starts in about 20 minutes. And so I thought what we would do is we'll do a couple more stories, and then we'll have about 15 minutes. You can just chat with Greg, and he'll be around leading that. So.
Mine is really quick. The first time I came to Camp Greenville, I was actually pregnant with Joe. So, wow.
Which explains a great deal, doesn't it?
Yeah, because I went to Rainbow Falls.
Yes.
Greg, you probably have had more of an influence on my children, other adults, like than anybody else in your life.
But that's a checker. That's an up and down
No,
roller
it's
coaster.
good. When Beth was 13, she had multiple surgeries. I'm going to tell. Are you going to tell them about the checkers? Oh, you can tell. Okay. She had multiple surgeries on her back, and the last one was just a couple of months before camp would start. So we go back to the surgeon and we say, okay, just to let you know, she's going to camp, and so what can she do while she's in camp? And he said, she can't go to camp. And I said, wait, stop. She's going to camp. What can she do at camp? And he said checkers. And that's all Beth did at camp. But when I came to pick Beth up, I drove all the way up, and I came to pick Beth up, and Beth said, Mom, I want a snack. And Greg said, sure. And she stayed here because of Greg another 2 weeks, and it was just the most important thing for her ever. So thank you. You are my hero.
Well, I didn't know that she was going to say that. My name is Beth, and I know everybody. We're like 7 people in this room, and 3 of them are spouses. I know all of you. Hi. But like my mom is, that's my mom. So we look a lot alike. Like she was saying, you made a tremendous impact on my life. I came here the year before you, and I hold a lot of pride in that I was here before you. As a camper, I was a family camper way before you, but as a summer camper, I was here before you. But a few years into your time here, my dad died, and it meant a lot to me because you knew my dad before he died, and you were always there for me when I was a teenager, and when I was going through hard times. I remember there were times that you threatened to fire me, and I'm not the only one who's feeling that. Calling your name. But
to tell you guys something that everybody wants it to be told. Because it's another example of great selfishness. How selfish he is. I started coming to family camp 34 years ago. And so I was a teenager, and so it was right before Greg. But my parents came after my brother and I grew up. My parents continued to come, and Greg was a very integral part of our family. And when each of my parents died, Greg came to the memorial services. He sang. He was a very comforting person to me, and I thank him then, but I want him to know again how much he very much meant to me. He incorporates himself into your family if you allow it. That's the first one. Second, I wanted Greg to realize that I really appreciate him bringing back many of the old traditions, because we had had some other family camp directors prior to him that had tried to eliminate, like Roy says. Some people come in and they just, okay, I'm the boss, and we even had one particular camp director, which we won't name, who tried to eliminate family camp altogether. And there was a big writing campaign about that. But anyway, I really appreciate Greg bringing back things that I saw as a teenager. Because I was here with Sudie, and Sudie, she was a big influence on me. So to see things that Sudie and Luther did, and how Greg, reincarnate them, meant a lot to me. Thank you, Greg. Thank you.
Hey, girl. I have a
Your friends will watch out.
The good stuff.
I had an opportunity probably to know Greg more than anybody else here, because I knew him for his job. And
we're on the board.
Yeah. And I'm sitting along
Jay, it's almost sock time.
Well, Jim Jones and I directors, assistant directors, all out southeast, for Scott Commission. And it was just night and day. Greg came in with his enthusiasm, his love of life, and his creativity is shown out above everybody else. And he did the selection he had come here. He hadn't changed. He's still the greatest. And I just the world of him. He's my kids, my wife kills
Four of us.
Did you say 3 kids? There's 4 of us.
I said 4. I said 4 kids. I am getting old. That's all I have to say. I just think it's been wonderful having Greg here at camp, having influenced my family, and I'm just happy I was involved in having him come here.
All right. Now, we closed this registration a few days ago for this event, and I said to Jenna, there's going to be one person who is going to email me or Facebook me the morning of and be like, hey, can I still get in? And sure enough, Daniel Gray. I don't want to be that guy. Right. And just when I'm trying to finish this whole thing, he's like, hey, let me go. So the last person to share a story would be Daniel.
I like Munson, but nowhere near as talented as Munson. Would like to start out with a song that probably won't be in any camp songbook. Only certain people will know what this is, and has to be later. The lyrics go like this, and it's not what you think. Be a great boy. Be a great girl. Smoke on the low road. And hit on your girl. I won't go into the other verses. We can go into that later. It's all good. So, like Beth, I get to brag that I predated Greg just barely. One of the things Greg started when he came to camp was, he called them work weekends. And slowly transitioned to volunteer weekends, but the very first work weekend Greg ever threw, I was like completely honored and flabbergasted that he invited me, along others, to come up and peel off about 16 layers of shingles off of tree trunks. So, no protective gear, on this roof, I'm 14, 15 years old, peeling layers of shingles off of popping nails. But it was one of the most rewarding experiences that I've ever had. He's waiting to say something. Okay, I'm going to keep going. But that was like one of the things where I was like, oh my God, this guy is awesome. But knowing, like Beth, I predated Greg, and Jay, we were a pretty entitled, narcissistic bunch of folks non-deserving of everything that you brought to Camp Greg and brought to us.
Which is why you hated my guts for the first time.
Yeah, exactly. You were teaching us the right thing and we were resisting it.
I did. I was much younger than them.
Okay.
Only the old people.
So there was a time that I had to take a break from camp, and I went to go work at another camp where it was just amazing, and porcelain plates, and very wealthy kids, and it was great. But 2 years into that, I said, I need to get back to Camp Greenville. And even though Greg and I have never seen, rarely seen, I don't like using absolutes, but have rarely seen eye to eye, he let me come back. Some of y'all might have heard the term Camp of Fifth Chances. And he let me back to be a division leader, which was amazing for me to give me that opportunity so that I could get back to camp, be part of decision making, be part of hopefully showing Greg that I was agreeing with him and we were on the same path and putting the kids first. I heard selflessness over and over again because you taught me that as well. So after a couple years of that, there was a departure. Maybe we weren't the camp of sixth chances.
Forced departure?
Yeah, a little bit.
You were not forced.
Yeah.
You just weren't rehired. So, but I went to go work for another camp where we had an unfortunate accident happen, and we were short-staffed for a while, and Greg, again, was probably strapped with, of course, male staff members. It's always hard to get guys up here. But Greg sent several people in this room to our camp to help us wade through a very difficult, challenging part of our lives. And I'm forever grateful for that as well. But there was a time when I wasn't here at camp, and there was a hole in my heart. But I had the blessing of adopting two boys. We sort of forced our way in, not forced our way, but came to Labor Day family camp, with Malik, and he was loving camp, and he was loving Greg. And I had to sit down at some point and have a heart-to-heart with Greg. And what Greg said, though, was even though we've rarely, if ever, seen eye to eye, he said, Dan, what's important is that you're here now. And ever since then, I've come to family camp Labor Day every year and plan on continuing it. Even sometimes I come by myself and I'm that creepy guy. That's basically what I want to say, Greg, is that thank you for letting me be here now. Thank you for being here now. Corey, thank you for letting Greg be here now. And
you've made more impact and influence in my life than I think you've ever realized. So thank you.
I'm going to kind of talk about Greg, and I'm going to kind of talk about Corey. And I'm going to take some liberty in speaking on all your behalf. Corey, this was needed. What, 7, 8 years, guys, of a conscious attention to try to eliminate this, eliminate some of these memories. And we all saw it, we couldn't do anything about it. And you talked about it. And you brought us all back in. And thank you for that.
Staff votes. Here's what I mean. Not yet, but in a second. Not yet, but in a second. When I say go, I need all of the Camp Greenville cups are yours to keep. Take them with you. Any other cup, silverware.
Not the plastic cups. It's just
yeah, you can keep the plastic cups. I don't know why you would want to. The silverware. It's all going to go in some trays in the back. The table cloths, all of it gets wrapped up, thrown into a trash can. The tables need to be folded down and moved into a corner, but the chairs can stay. Ready, go, please.
Oh, gosh.
What I'm shocked with everybody has photos of what they were donating. They're like half the wheels are
That answers my question.
And I think we probably
You should have talked about that. When we went to camp, I thought that's where you were going with that. You were all like, I was like, this is the direction to take. What I remember being here, though, was that with them,
we can sit on the floor in front. Internet, Auburn beat Georgia. Yeah, it's a sad day in Jenna's world. I don't know Clemson. Last time I checked, Kyle said Alabama was losing to Mississippi State, like 7-0. That was like 30 minutes ago, which that's a lot of football in that amount of time. Clemson beat Florida State. 31-14. I gotta share this really quick story about Corey. So, when Corey first got here that following fall, he was trying to plan this event with the board. And they were like, no, we can't do events. No, not that date either. No, not that date. And Corey was like, what is that? He was like, you keep naming dates where there's SEC games. And Corey said, I am not planning camp events around SEC football. And Corey was like, welcome to the South. So it's good. All right. Okay. Sorry, Mark and Greg are howling. Okay, we are going to start with a song. All right, we are going to start with Old Lady Larry. Yeah! This is Mr. Mark Rainey, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for Mark.
Well, hopefully, most of you are familiar with the song Old Lady. It is a song that is deeply rooted in the tradition of Campfire. But if you're not, I'm here to teach it to you. What we must do first is break you guys down into 4 different sections. So I'm going to need 4 different leaders. So if I get Hunter and Mars and I need a lovely volunteer that loves this song with dear passion. Who loves Old Lake Theater? Here we go. Come on up. You might down there. Here we go. So pay attention to how I break you up. So here we go. From right here, right there to the back. All you back right here. You guys are section number 1. When I throw my hands up, we are all going to say, fire, fire, fire. All right, let's practice that all together. As loud as we can. Ready, 1, 2, 3. Fire, fire, fire. All right, excellent. So, for the second section, we broke here. We'll do it about right here, right there. All right, so everyone right here, this is going to be your section.
You guys are going to scream water, water, water as loud as you can, and then we can be louder. Okay? All right, everybody, let's fire. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Water!
Excellent. Let's see. I don't know. Just like here.
All right, you guys are going to say, save my child, save my child. All right, let's practice. 1, 2, 3. Save my child, save my child.
Okay, my people over here, go down. We got jump, lady, jump. Okay? Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Jump, lady, jump.
Alright, so to end it, this is a very real song about the Chicago fire. Alright, and so you know how back in the day, you might have seen a picture, the firefighters would have those big trampolines that they would all hold, that people would jump out of windows. So, as we say, jump, lady, jump. So she's jumping into the big trampoline, so all together we're going to go, Alright, so excellent. So that's one part of the song. Now I want to teach you the chorus. We sing all together, alright? One time normal, one time quiet, and then one time super loud. But even on the quiet one, we still do the fire, 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 water, 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 as loud as we can. Right? So if you know it, you can help me sing along and teach the people that don't. Here we go, are you ready? Yeah. We're just going to practice one time too. Start over. Here's how it goes. We're going to slow so we can help. Late one night, while we were all in bed, old lady Leary left a lantern in the shed. Cow kicked it over, she winked her eye and said, "It's a hot time in the old town tonight." And then we would go, fire, 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 water, water, water. Save my child, save my child, jump, lady, jump. Alright, excellent. That was a great practice round. Let's do it. This one's for the books. Go around. Here we go. Are we ready? 3, 2, 1. Late one night, while we were all in bed, old lady Leary left a lantern in the shed. Cow kicked it over, she winked her eye and said, "It'll be a hot time in the old town tonight." Fire, 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 water, water, water. Save my child,
song about a cat who always comes back, and it has a chorus. Chorus means you sing along with me, okay? And not only sing along with me, but we do a little dance to celebrate. This dance was made popular. How many people remember Sarah Hay? Sarah Hay came up with this dance at the campfire, the first campfire, and we've danced ever since. And that's the power of us being able to do something. So it goes like this. But the cat came back the very next day. The cat came back. They thought he was a goner, but the cat came back. He just couldn't stay away, 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 away. He just couldn't stay away. Is there anyone like to come join me on the chorus? Do that dance? Come on up. Yeah, baby. Big hand for William. Come on. This is all right. Is there any others? Yeah. But the cat came back the very next day. The cat came back. They thought he was a goner, but the cat came back. He just couldn't stay away, 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 away. He just couldn't stay away. Once there was a man with trouble on his own. This is so stylized, I can't tell you. Do it a certain way all the time. We had a silly cat which would not leave his home. He tried to give the cat away. Gave it to a man going far, far away. The cat came back the very next day. The cat came back. They thought he was a goner, but the cat came back. He just couldn't stay away, 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 away. He just couldn't stay away. Gave it to a man going pimping a balloon. Told him to take it to the person in the moon. But the balloon came down around 90 miles away. When the man is down. The very next day, the cat came back. They thought he was a goner, but the cat came back. He just couldn't stay away, 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 away. He just couldn't stay away. He gave it to a man going way out west. Told him to take it to the one he loved best. But the train hit the curve, and then it jumped the ramp. They were taken to a local hospital and treated and released. Come on, there's enough one. The cat came back the very next day. The cat came back. They thought he was a goner, but the cat came back. He just couldn't stay
see a camera?
Gosh, I can't wait! I haven't seen Mark in so long. Alright, come on. Oh, is this work?
No, I just go in.
No, what?
Because I know when anymore.
Did you just walk into my house? It was her idea, not mine, I swear. Look, dude, it's so good to see you. It's so good to see you. It's been so long. What's it been? Like what? 3 years? 3 years. It's been like 2 months. Oh, I do not have a good perception of this guy. Honestly. Hey, wait, what is that? Oh, don't worry about this. Oh, was that for dinner tonight? Was it? No, was that for dinner? Okay, alright.
Later, say anything like you guys just walked into my front door. You didn't even call me.
You told me you called him! Sit down, you're done, you're done. Sit down. Hey, look, hey. Okay, alright, we'll sit down. Can we promise it won't. Is that your phone ringing?
Actually, you know what? Alright, look. I'm gonna get this. Do not.
No, absolutely not. That's your pudding, man. I don't want.
Oh, yeah, no.
It smells good.
Okay, like, I told them. I don't need it, I promise.
Yeah, no, it smells so good.
So, do not. Y'all watch this. Do not.
Are you going to be honest?
Hey, I mean, promise you won't eat it. Hey, Mark, it's fine. We'll pick that up too. Yeah. This isn't that good. Mark, I think you need more like sugar or bananas.
Telemarketers. Oh my gosh! They ate. That was not pudding, guys. What? Oh my gosh. Oh
That was perfect. Good job, guys. Guys, honestly.
Perfect.
That was amazing.
Come on, like, I was the star, right?
I mean, it was good, but I don't really know how real
I actually ate that. I actually ate what was ever in that bowl, and it was disgusting.
Yeah.
Should not have done it.
I mean, anyways. Okay, so here's what I think. Here's what I think we need to do. I think we should try it again. Okay.
Alright.
Our camera guy like called in sick, so I'm gonna film and direct. It's gonna be fine. Don't.
Okay.
We got it.
You're like the
okay?
greatest of all time.
So, what I would like you guys to do in the style, I am named after an Western TV show. Yeah.
I can do that.
Yeah, but you don't know it. You're too young. Anyway, we're gonna do a Western. I think if we make this a Western, it's gonna like shake it up a little. Okay? Alright. So the pudding thing again as a Western. And ready? Here we go. Action!
Yeehaw! Oh man! Oh, I can't wait. Oh, that's gonna be good. Oh look, Smart has one of those fancy doors that you just open and slide through. Hey, I will, however, knock first. Yeah. Knock. All right, here we go. Oh, howdy, Mark.
I heard you knocking, but there you go, just walking into my house.
Well, you had one of those fancy saloon doors where you just push them through.
Yeah, and it hit me.
Oh, did it?
How rude.
It's okay.
It's good to see y'all.
Good to see you, man.
Y'all just take a lay down here on the nice seats.
Take a lay down on the nice seats. What is that? Is that some beans? Oh no, that's pudding. Can I have some of that pudding?
I wouldn't get worried about this now.
Can I have some of that pudding? That looks like real nice pudding. Come on, make it. Can I have some?
Do you hear that?
I think.
Sounds like my cows are getting out.
Hey, come on, I want to go check on it, man.
Hey, you don't touch that now.
No, I promise.
You don't touch that now.
I swear my meatball's great.
Yeah.
Feel too good. fire, John.
Close enough, guys. It was, oh my gosh, what tarnation is going on here?
Cut. All right. Yeah, I mean, you committed to the horse. That was good, but I think
Perfect.
this is, I mean,
Committed to the horse, it was off the horse. Whoever hired that horse.
so I just said, you know, it's 2017, so we can do live tweets to get some live feedback. So we're going to try it again. So any live tweets, any
You guys only have it till
suggestions?
3, so.
Anything for our pudding? Yes, Jackson.
Silent film.
Silent film. I mean, maybe that's how it means you're talking. I think this is good. I think if we remove silent film, it's going to be amazing.
I can act way more without it.
All right.
I think this might be impossible.
All right, I'm going to start filming again.
I have to act
All right.
without it.
All right, let's do that. All right, here we go. And action. Action.
Poor cowbell.
This was a song that was written in 1993 when we dedicated the Mulligan Center, which is at the end of Lake Sooty. And it was the Aloffs. I don't know if you remember Lindsay Aloff, Kylie Aloff, they wrote this song. And it's a song about really Camp Greenfield. And actually we heard a version of it tonight when Be a Great Boy, Be a Great Girl, which is a whole story. There was a gentleman named Pearl who basically sort of struggled a little bit, but came back later on, by the way, as part of AA. As a matter of fact, came back to his camp. He was working on some things, so that song has deep meaning for me. So, but this song, so it was like this. Chorus goes like this. Be a great boy, and you clap. Be a great girl, to be a child of the Lord is the greatest thing in the world. And that's the chorus. And it came from a comment from Teddy Roosevelt, which the way I understand it, it's a little bit longer, but basically, why wait to be a great man when you could be a great boy? And we changed it to be a great boy, be a great girl, because there's this competition between boys and girls, and we thought, no, we are one group, so be a great boy all together. And the signs, again, signs in the dining, signs in the gym, signs across the lake. Okay, here we go. Be a great boy, be a great girl, be a child of the Lord is the greatest thing in the world. Do you know the mark? Do you know the man? Do you know the power of God is right here in your hand? In your in your hand, we have to go. Ow! Unexpected. So, there we go. In your hand. Be a great boy. Be a great girl. Be a child of the Lord is the greatest thing in the world. Do you know the lady? Sooty is her name. Swim across the water, and you'll never be the same. Be the same. Be a great boy. Be a great girl. Be a child of the Lord is the greatest thing in the world. From a little acorn grows a great big tree. What you're now become is what you're gonna be. Gonna be. Be a great boy. Be a great girl. Be a child of the Lord is the greatest thing in the world. I'm upon the mountain, ride upon the wind, see the
You don't have to stand up, but what you are going to need is each other's hands, okay? So, I'm going to need Jenna's hands, and she's going to need my hands, okay? And basically, all throughout this, whenever I say go, 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 you are going to take udders, okay, and have the other person milk them, okay? And then I'm going to do the same, and she's going to milk them, okay? You understand? And once I start singing it, you're going to kind of pick it up, okay? You understand? Are you ready? Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. Don't give me no pop, no pop. Don't give me no tea, go, 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 go. Let's go, 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 go. Give me a big down! Big down! Don't give me no pop, no pop. Don't give me no tea, yeah. Go, 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 go. Let's go. Give me a big eye! Don't give me no pop, no pop. Don't give me no tea, yeah. Go, 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 go. Let's go. Give me a big down! Don't give me no pop, no pop. Don't give me no tea, yeah. Go, 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 go. Let's go. Go, 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 go. All right. Give me a big A! Don't give me no pop, no pop. Okay, for this one, I'm going to say, give me a big milk, and you are going to say, chocolate is love, okay? And then I'm going to say, give me a little milk, and you're going to say, ready? Ready? Give me a big milk! Chocolate! Don't give me no pop, no pop, don't give me no tea,
We have a skit, and then we have a song, and then we have s'mores. So for this next skit, I need some more lights.
I like the fire that trained in the forest. That's cool. That's insane. Oh, I love playing in the forest all by myself. Oh, it's so fun. Wow, what should I do first? Yeah,
What's up, man?
It is 3 miles away from my house. Why are you here?
It's so funny running into you in the middle of the woods.
I feel like you tracked me. That's what I feel like.
You're late, friends, buddy.
There's no train.
Oh, man. What are you up to?
I'm lost. Definitely lost now that I think about it.
Literally like 2 miles that way.
Are you sure? Because the sun's setting that way.
You probably enjoy
that way. Yeah, you're right.
Just enjoy the show. Hey, look, you want to play a game? I just played a really nice game.
No, Mark, I don't want to play a game with you. Last time I played a game with you, I lost my toes because the Grand Canyon literally split in half and fell on my toes.
Look, man, that was completely unrelated. That was your fault.
Yeah, that was your fault.
It just so happened that we were
playing. You had that topper and you like
were happy to play the game while you messed up. Look, if you play this game correctly, you will not get it. I promise. It's really simple. It's called Honeybee, Honeybee. Show me your
Honeybee, Honeybee.
Show me your honey. It's simple. It's simple.
I don't know.
All you have to do be the prettiest flower you can be. You just stand here as flowers do. You know, maybe collect some sunlight, photosynthesis and whatnot, and all that fun stuff. Yeah. So what's going to happen is I'm going to be a bee. Alright? Now, when I buzz up to you, are you paying attention? This is important. Alright, when I buzz up to you, you will simply say the name of the game. Honeybee, honeybee, show me your honey. At which point, I will present to you my honey, and then at which point, you shall win the game. Exactly. Easy peasy.
It's better be fun when I play. Right now, this sounds just so boring, except for the fact that daffodils.
You're gonna want to play it over and over.
Right, I do like being a daffodil. You go do your beat.
You keep being daffodil. You know what to say, right? You know what to do.
Oh, that's so consistent. Yeah. Daffodil. Oh, look at the beat. Bee. Oh, wow. Hi, Mr. Bee. Honeybee, honeybee, show me your honey. Oh, Mark! Whoa, whoa, whoa! Hold on.
Congratulations, sir. You won the game.
No, I won the game. What I won was a bunch of flies being named like me. No, I'm not saying that.
Did you or did you not get the honey?
That wasn't honey.
Imagination, man.
No, that was horrible. No, that was horrible. That was horrible. A horrible game.
If you have a positive...
Go hold back because that was horrible.
If you have a positive attitude about things in life, everything will work. Think about it. Maybe you were slightly dehydrated, or maybe you go, man. You're good to go. Look, we can always play again if you want.
This time, I want to be the beat.
You want to be the beat?
I want to be the beat.
You know what? I'll make you a deal. What? I'll let you be the beat.
Okay.
One time.
Alright.
Because maybe you think you got it figured out.
I do.
But you can be the beat.
I'm going to be the beat. I'm going to be the best beat I can be.
Alright. You know, I'm going to go get in flower. Hold on. I'm going to get in flower mode. No big deal, alright? Just give me like 2 seconds, alright? I got to be the best flower I can be.
Hey, where's my honey? Mark, I can't find my honey. Oh, no. I can't find my honey.
She just stole my honey.
Oh, random honey.
You owe me some honey.
I'm just gonna drink it better. How y'all doing?
Trash all the way.
Mark, you're supposed to say, honeybee, honeybee, show me your honey.
It never gets old. Especially seeing your guys' reaction, like, really? So good. So good. Alright guys, we are going to close our campfire with a song that is very special to Camp Greenville campers and alumni. We are going to sing the circle game. For those of you who may not be familiar with songs, this is actually a
Chorus goes like this. And
they go round and round in the picking ponies, go up and down, captured on a carousel of time. We can't return, we can only look behind from where we came and go round and round and round in the circle game.
Now, you'll hear Joni Mitchell sing this. She was an artist, she sang. And the thing is, you won't hear it. Only you can't read what we hear. If I ever hear that, I'll say, Joni Mitchell, what are they doing to this? Yesterday, something I wondered.
Caught a dragonfly inside a jar. Fearful when the sky is full of thunder, and tearful at the falling of a star.
Goes the chorus, here we go.
And the seasons, they go round and round, and the painted ponies go up and down. We're captured on a carousel of time. We can't return, we can only look behind from where we came and go round and round and round the circle game.
Then the child grew 10 times round the sea. Skated over 10 years frozen streams. When we're older, must have been. And promises of someday make his dream. Here we go.
And the seasons, they go round and round in the painted ponies, go up and down. We're captured on the carousel of time. We can't return, we can only look behind from where we came and go round and round and round in the circle game.
Get ready, guys.
16 springs and 16 summers gone now. Cartwheels come cartwheels through the town. And they tell them, take your time, they won't be long now. Dear dragon feet just slowly circle down.
Here goes the chorus, come on.
And the seasons, they go round and round in the painted ponies, go up and down. We're captured on the carousel of time.
is our quiet hour, so just make sure your noise is not going beyond your cabin. And older kids, if you're going to hang out and play in the gym, if whoever is the last one out can just turn the lights off and close the door, that would be super, super helpful. And family camp, we have chapel at 8:30, so I will see you in the morning. So the best part that we've been waiting for all evening is s'mores. So obviously we do not have a very large space around our fire, so we just need to be respectful of everybody. We're going to take turns. You guys are going to go over to Hunter and roast your marshmallow, and then you're going to take it out of the fire, hold it like you're in a parade, walk back to the staff, and they will all take s'more, and we will all take turns. So if you are under the age of 10, you get to go first. So under the age of 10,
My oldest daughter won a scholarship to read in her preserve. So she wants that.
sure you look 20? Are you sure you're not 20? Are you positive? Are you sure? Huh? Are you, yes? How old are you, man? 5? You said 5. I was like, what? You are way too tall to be 5. 11. Sure. You look around 30. Thank you. Don't smile over me. Don't smile over me. Alright, quick, take it, go. Quick, Rory, take it, go. Quick, take it, go. You already have one. Yeah, I can see two. Nice try. What? Like, how was that? Should have had it in I can see you chewing. As you're still chewing, no way. Everybody has to work. Now, don't do it again. Don't come back. No. If you ask again, you won't get enough of it.
Okay, I'll go with y'all. All right.